seated Jefferson Row is what I'm calling this. It's basically a Jefferson curl with a cable machine here. Our main goal here is we want to start with that foot plate decently far out. So I have mine set up as far out as it possibly can get, because if our back is not having pain in this position, I want us to start in as flexed of a position as possible with some decently light load. What the actual movement looks like is from here, I'm simply trying to flex up into extension and then pull the weight up at the very, very top. As I go back down, I'm trying to reach as far as I can forward, not using hips or knees to help me out here, segmenting from my spine, rounding it as best I can, and then driving right back up, squeezing into as much spine extension as possible. The goal here, the big goal here, is to do this motion with some decently light load to get us introduced to this in a probably easier position to make this happen than in a standing Jefferson curl. So the goal is very simply to get that segmentation out of the spine, and then we add that row at the very top to get a little more back development. But again, the main goal here is how much can we segment under some load. I'm squeezing my abs on the front side as best I can. I'm reaching all the way down. I'm doing it in a controlled manner. I'm not pushing to pain. I'm simply trying to get my back in as loaded a position in flexion as I possibly can in a safe and pain-free position. Again, I don't really care about what the load is. I care more about how things are segmenting back here and if you can really get into that position. A lot of times you can even start this with less flexion. So this could even be a position where we start like a rounded position here and then rowing right back up. If you've been training me for a while, you know that I kind of like you to have a little bit of rounding whenever you do a little bit of a row to begin with. So that might not be too different, but our only goal is to then maybe increase that spine flexion position here as much as possible, as much as tolerated. Okay, we don't want to push into pain. That's the number one rule, but we do want to make sure we're improving that spine's ability to flex under a little bit of load in a cable machine, making it as consistent and slow and controlled as possible.